The State Department of Education says Indiana's school choice voucher program is one of the most popular in the nation.
But at least one military family is not so pleased. Call 6 investigator Rafael Sanchez is exposing a problem one lawmaker plans to change as soon as possible. Rafael is live on the American Legion Mall. Rafael.
Jenna and Todd, good evening. Aside from the nation's capital, there is no other city in the country that has as many monuments honoring military service. As you mentioned, just take a walk up and down the American Legion Mall and you'll see what we're talking about. But that being said, the Call 6 investigators found that a program that benefits thousands of Hoosier families excludes Indiana's military families deployed around the country and globe. Kaylee Greer is a daddy's girl. Her father is in the U.S. Army. She attends public school in Georgia because her family is stationed at Fort Gordon. We spoke to Sergeant David Greer via Skype.
I just find that appalling. I don't feel that any state's military members should be treated as out of sight, out of mind.
The Greers are Hoosiers. They own this home in Indianapolis. They pay property taxes. But when they return home later this summer, Kaylee will not be allowed to apply for the state's school choice voucher program. She wants to attend Christ the King Catholic School.
I'm basically being treated as if I'm not a Indiana citizen, as if I'm not a Hoosier.
The state program, going into its second year, requires a student to attend an Indiana public school for 1 year before seeking a voucher to attend a parochial or charter school. The State Department of Education says 3,000 kids took advantage of the program last year. But the 1-year rule makes it impossible for active duty servicemen and women with school-age children to apply for the voucher when they return home from overseas or domestic assignments.
I could have been a reservist and I could have went to Terre Haute or Fort Bend or something like that. But because I'm active duty and they tell me where I'm going to live, I've just basically been forgotten.
Education officials say leaving active duty military out of the law was an oversight. Currently, the law does not allow for a waiver or an appeals process. Lawmakers would have to make any change.
We would support members of the legislature seeking to allow military families access to the program sooner rather than later.
We took the issue to Robert Baining, who has the power to push a change in the statute. He's chairman of the House Education Committee. Baining says he plans to include military families in the state program, which accidentally excluded them.
It is my intent, and I will have a bill this session to expand it so that men and women of the armed forces would have eligibility without meeting the requirement of having a student in Indiana schools beforehand. These people have enlisted or joined the armed services from Indiana and may be deployed all over the world, and to come back here, and as long as they're paying taxes here, they ought to have the availability to the services that the state makes available.
Baining also proposes that the families of active duty servicemen and women be exempted from the income guidelines that would limit the amount of the voucher that they would receive. So it's a bill that we will follow all the way through the State House beginning in November and with a call into session in January. Jenna?
All right, hopefully we will see that change soon. Rafael Sanchez reporting live downtown. Thank you.